This conference will now be recorded.
Hello all, good morning. So welcome back. Today we are going to discuss about auto scaling. Okay, so which is very, very important. Yeah, so able to see my screen, everyone? Yes, sir. Fine. Yeah. So basically, what is auto scaling? So what is scaling?
Increasing or decreasing the capacity?
Yeah, increasing or decreasing the capacity, right? Yeah. Fine. So auto scaling is a service that automatically monitors and adjusts compute resources to maintain performance for your application hosted on AWS cloud. So for example, so I'm running one application. Okay. So when I configure auto scaling for that application, so what auto scaling will do? So it will maintain the application up and running fine. So it's 24/7. It will maintain up and running fine. It will adjust the compute resources and it will maintain the performance of your application. Right. So here we have, so in auto scaling, we have two types of auto scalings, two types of scalings. First one is horizontal scaling. Second one is vertical scaling. So what is horizontal scaling? So horizontal scaling means it is a service which will increase the EC2 instances. So whenever hitting more, like, so whenever it is taking more resources, like for example, one application is running, okay? So it is taking more CPU utilization or more resources. By the time horizontal scaling will increase the servers EC2 instances. So whereas vertical scaling, it will increase the compute resources. Compute resources means it will increase memory, RAM, CPU, and hard drive. So whenever we require any resources, whenever needed resources, horizontal scaling will increase the servers, EC2 instances. Vertical scaling will increase compute resources like RAM, CPU, and hard drive, like that. Okay. So these are the differences, horizontal scaling and vertical scaling. First, we'll discuss about horizontal scaling today. Okay. So if we have time, we'll discuss about vertical also. Okay. Fine. Yeah. So again, in auto scaling, we have two types of instances. In auto scaling, we have two types of instances, which are like auto scale up instances. Second one is auto scale down instances. So two types of instances we have in auto scaling. Okay. Yeah. So let us go with a few examples here. So first one is, let us take small example, which is IRCTC. So in IRCTC, normally what will happen? So when we want to book the ticket, okay. So for example, so in IRCTC, servers will be configured like this. So this is one server. So like this, they configure servers. Indian Railway. So they configure some servers like this. Based on the average value, they will configure the servers. So these are the 3 servers. Okay, so which will configure by IRCTC based on their average value. So average value means how they calculate, how they configure servers. We'll try to understand. So basically, so IRCTC people will take last 3 months request, last 4 month request. Okay, they will take, and based on that they will configure servers. Okay, so here how they take average value. So for example, so one last month they got 25 requests. Okay, and before, yeah, so before last month they got 28 requests. So before that they got some 20 requests. So before that they got some 30 requests. So based on this request, 3 or 4 months request, they will take average value and they will configure the servers. So 30 is the highest value. They take 30 is the highest value. Based on this, they configure servers. So here they configure 3 servers. Each server will maintain 10 requests. So each server will handle 10 requests. So 10 requests. So 3 servers will handle 30 requests. Okay. So in normal business hours. Okay. So normal time. So when we book ticket, normally this servers can manage, because so within 30 requests, this servers can happily serve that request. So for example, normal time. So when we book the ticket, the servers can be served. But what is the Tatkal timing? Tatkal, when Tatkal will be started? Eప్పుడు start అవుతుంది Tatkal? When it will be started?
10 and 11.
Yeah. So 10 o'clock AC tickets will be started, right? So by 11 o'clock, non-AC tickets will be started. So by 11 o'clock, what will happen here? Drastically, the request will be increased to 50. So by the time, what will happen? So this site will not be open. IRCTC site will not be open. So we'll get some session timeouts. So many errors. Okay. So even though while doing the payment also, we'll get some session timeouts. So last stage, payment mode also will get some session timeouts. Why we get session timeouts? ఎందుకు session timeouts వస్తాయి? So why we get that? Because so backend they will write some program. So if any request is in queue for more than 1 minute, the session will be timed out. So like that they will write some program backend. Okay, that is why we get session timeouts, right? Yeah. And also, yeah, this is one example. And also, for example, Flipkart is there. Flipkart. So Flipkart people, so Flipkart, they will put some offers. So festival offers, some New Year offers. Okay. So what they will do normally from 11 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. they put some mobile offers. So 50% off. So 10,000 mobile, they give 5,000 rupees. Okay. So by the time, so they expect 15,000 users, but actual turn up is 25,000. So they put some offer for mobile on festival day. So they expected 15,000 users, but actual turn up is 25,000. So what will happen here? No one will get mobiles because 25,000 users will hit the site at a time, site will not be open. Okay, no one will get mobiles, right? So that is why what they will do. So Flipkart also currently they configured auto scaling. Okay, so yeah, and I give you one more example here. So for example, so in our home we have some birthday function, right? So we have some birthday function. So we invited 100 people, but the people attended, 200 people attended. Can we serve the food immediately? So we invited 100 people, 200 people attended. So can we serve the food or not immediately? No, right? The same
No,
way,
sir.
so we invited 200 people, but only 100 people attended. What will happen here? Food will be wasted. So the same way, same thing happened in servers also. Same situation in servers also. So whenever servers receive more requests beyond the limits, servers cannot serve. So when they receive less requests, okay, so utilization will be wasted. So here the same way, right? Indian Railway also, IRCTC also doing same thing here. Because so from 11 a.m. to 11:15 a.m. or 10 a.m. to 10:15 a.m. So for 15 minutes only, so the traffic will be increased. Servers will receive more requests. That is why they are not increasing more servers here. So for 15 minutes, if they want to increase servers, they need to buy hardware, they need to buy licensing, they need to buy applications, they need to put so many things. That is why, so they are not increasing the resources for 15 minutes. So Tatkal will start at 10 o'clock and end up by 10:15, maximum 10:15. Tickets will be gone, right? So for that 15 minutes, they are not increasing resources because Indian Railway is not having any competition. So only one site which is available to book the tickets. That is why they are not increasing the resources. They are maintaining like that. They are not configured any auto scaling here. But whereas private sites, for example, Flipkart. So Flipkart is doing like this. What will happen? Eventually, users will switch to other site. So if the Flipkart is not accessible in peak time, what we will do? So eventually we'll switch to Amazon shopping site, different shopping sites, right? So because those are private sites, it is not public, it is not government site, right? Fine. So, and one more thing. So I am handling one auto scaling project. So I'll explain that. It is very important to you. So you can put in your resume. So while attending interview, you can give some examples. Okay. So yeah. So we are handling one project, which is the Abu Dhabi project. Okay. So in our, yeah, we are handling since 4 years that project. So Abu Dhabi project, which is the parking pass project. Okay. So parking pass project means, so for example, if you want to park your vehicle, okay. So in Abu Dhabi state, across the state, they configured vending machines. What is vending machine? So vending machine means, so when we put currency, it will give some token. So in our Hyderabad airport, Hyderabad airport, okay. So when we are entering to the parking area, so we'll have some vending machines. So when we put some currency, so it will open gate and it will give some token, right? So that type of vending machines. So in Abu Dhabi state, across the state, they configured so many machines. Everywhere parking in Abu Dhabi. So if you come out from your building, it would be parking. Okay, if you park anywhere your vehicle outside of your building, okay, it would be parking. You need to pay the money for the parking, right? So here vending machines configured, and the back end we configure auto scaling. So why they required auto scaling here? So because weekends and festival time, people will go out for shoppings, hotels, right? So by the time, drastically requests will be increased. So for example, as we discussed here, we have 3 servers, for example. 3 servers are serving 30 requests. If they receive more requests, what will happen? So these servers cannot serve, right? So backend, some mechanism should be required. Automatically, it should increase servers, it should decrease servers. So the same way, so this parking pass project, okay, so we configured auto scaling 4 years back. Okay, so what will happen here? So in the parking pass project, so we configured some base missions here, like, so these are the base missions, for example. Base mission means, so standard servers, it will not change. Okay, so for example, in festival time and weekends, so in Abu Dhabi state, in Middle East, weekend is Friday, right? So Friday and Thursday evening, people will go out for hotels, shoppings, okay, and outings. So by the time, what will happen? So automatically requests will be increased, keep on increased request. So in festival time, Ranjan time, so shops will be open by 10 o'clock, 10 a.m. So closed by 11:30 p.m. So till that time, the request will be drastically increased. Okay. So by the time, auto scaling will maintain the application, right? So we configured as, so base missions, 25 missions we configured. Base servers will not be changed. So once, yeah, the traffic is increased, what will happen? Traffic is increased means, so more requests received by servers, automatically it will increase it will scale up application. The application will be scale up. So how we configured? So for example, CPU utilization once reached to 80%. CPU utilization once reached to 80%. So it will add one more server. It will add additional server. Once reached to 80% CPU utilization, it will add one more server. Means, so these are the 25 servers base missions. So we configured. Okay. So these 25 servers are maintaining this application. So once the CPU utilization is reaches to 80%, these all servers are in cluster. Okay, cluster means it's a group of computers, group of servers, right? Once it is reached to 80%, it will add one more server, additional server into the cluster. Okay, so CPU utilization is less than 60%. CPU utilization less than 60%. What will happen? It will automatically remove the server. Sorry, can you come in? Yeah, based on the CPU utilization, it will increase the servers like this, and it will decrease the servers. So whenever CPU utilization is high, CPU once reaches to 80%, it will add additional servers apart from this 25 servers. Okay, like this we configured auto scaling on our parking pass project, Abu Dhabi project. Since 4 years, it is running successfully without any issues. So we don't require any manual intervention. Okay, so once we configure auto scaling, it will maintain your application up and running fine 24/7. So this is positive scenario. Okay, so whenever business is increased, business increase means servers will receive more requests, right? Automatically it will add additional servers. Whenever there is no demand, whenever there is no utilization, it will remove servers. This is positive scenario. Sometimes what will happen? We'll get some negative scenarios. What are those? Sometimes what will happen? Some network issues happen. Network issues happen means network will be down. By the time, automatically this servers will be down. So 25 servers are running on this cluster. So 10 servers are down. So by the time what will happen? 10 servers are down, automatically autoscaling will check and create 10 more servers here. So by the time what will happen? So if it is positive scenario, so client will get business, he will get money, he will spend money for servers. Automatically it will add servers. But negative scenario, whenever any network issue happen, servers automatically shut down or terminated or down. By the time automatically servers will be increased. So by the time whenever negative scenario happen, so we need to involve. So we'll get some alerts whenever servers are added, whenever servers are removed, whenever servers are shut down state or anything happened. So we'll get notified through emails. So based on the requests, emails, based on the notifications, we need to check it out and we need to act accordingly. Okay. So since 4 years, we haven't faced any issues. Only 1 or 2 times we got some network issues. By the time we involved and we check with network team, we check with vendor, AWS vendor. Okay. So they rectify the issue. So it was resolved. Right. So this is the way. So we are maintaining this project, Parking Pass project. Any questions up to here? Anyone? Any doubts in this before moving to lab? Yeah, go ahead. చెప్పండి.
ఇప్పుడు బేస్ సర్వర్ అంటే సార్ ఇప్పుడు అప్లికేషన్స్ ఉంటాయి కదా సార్, మెయిన్ అప్లికేషన్స్.
Yeah, main applications. We have main applications. Yes.
Yeah, main applications అన్ని ఒక సర్వర్ లో కాన్ఫిగర్ చేస్తాం సార్, లైక్ 20 సర్వర్స్ లో కాన్ఫిగర్ చేస్తాం.
Right.
అంటే ఇప్పుడు సర్వర్స్ మీరు రిమూవ్ ఆటోమేటిక్ నెట్వర్క్ డౌన్ ఇట్లా టర్మినేట్ అవుతాయని చెప్పారు కదా సార్. అప్పుడు వాటిలో ఉన్న అప్లికేషన్స్ మళ్ళీ కొత్త సర్వర్స్ ఆటోమేటిక్ క్రియేట్ అవుతాయి సార్ అదే.
Yes, yes. So whenever any servers are down, okay, so for example, so we have 25 servers here. So 25 servers having same set of applications, same copy, same image. Application will not be changed. For example, out of this 25 servers, 10 servers are down. Additional 10 servers will be created again. So in that additional 10 servers, same image will be created. Same application will be created.
Okay.
Same AMI will be used here. In AWS, we have AMIs, right? Same AMI will be used with same packages. Customized AMI we use in real-time projects. Okay, so don't worry about this application and operating system. So whenever autoscaling is added, additional servers, so the same copy will be, same image will be added, and it will join into the cluster. Got it, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So now, any other questions, anyone, before creating lab? So this concept is very, very important. So if you have autoscaling in your project, you need to handle this. So we don't get chance to create autoscaling, but so we need to maintain the autoscaling. So in our project, 4 years before we created autoscaling. Since still it is nothing, like without any issues, we are maintaining that project. So our team members will maintain. So if any major issues comes, I will involve into that. If any major issues, if any base machines need to be added here, base servers still we have 25 machines currently. So if you want to add, you can increase here base machines, base servers. Okay. So if any major activities are there, I will involve into that. So otherwise, our team will handle this. So we delegate it to team, so they will handle. So 24/7, they will monitor request, they will monitor alerts. Okay. So in 2019 midnight, we got some issue. 11:30 p.m. by the time we got some issue. So by the time network was down, so issue was got escalated by the time. So by the time we raised P1 ticket, and we started bridge. Okay, so we resolved the issue within 15 minutes. So because critical application will run on this, right? So business will be impacted. So client will get so many issues. That is why we need to be very careful. So when we handle this auto scaling, but most of the time, 99% we don't get any issues. So rarely. So in case anything major issue happen, by the time we'll get some issues. Okay. So let us go and create lab now. Yeah. Now, so if you want to create auto scaling, so we need to go to services, EC2, go down here, see here, auto scaling. So here we have launch configurations and auto scaling groups. First, we need to create launch configurations. Okay, so click on this, create launch configuration. So launch configuration name. So I'm giving this name. So we need to choose AMI, Amazon Machine Image. Okay, so select this and choose first one, instance type. Okay, choose instance type. Which instance you want to configure in this auto scaling? T2 micro or T2 nano or T2 medium or T2 large, whatever instances you want to choose here, you can choose. I want to choose T2 micro.
So this one client will tell, sir.
Sorry?
This one client will tell, right? T2 micro.
I couldn't understand. Can you come again?
No, this one T2 micro, this and all, I think client will tell, right?
Yeah. So client will decide. Correct. So we don't decide. So as per the requirement, client will give you information. Based on that, we need to configure. So normally we don't use T2 micro in real projects. So because only one virtual CPU, 1 GB RAM, right? So it is not sufficient. So normally we use T2 medium or T2 large. Yeah.
Okay.
So this is instance type. Next one is IAM profile. Basically not required. This is optional. Don't need to create this. And the monitoring also, CloudWatch also no need to enable here. So EBS volumes also no need to enable anything here. So security groups, we need to give some security group here. So select some security group. Okay. So key pair also we need to give here. Choose key pair. So choose existing key pair, select your key pair, test one key pair. We have acknowledge. So create launch configuration. Click on this. So launch configuration is created here. So next one is we need to create auto scaling groups. So click on auto scaling groups. Okay, so create auto scaling group. Yeah. So auto scaling group name, the same name I want to give. So here one more thing. So we need to have some launch template. So we need to prepare some launch template. Here there is no templates available. So before creating auto scaling groups, so we need to prepare launch template. Okay. So we need to create launch template here. Click on this. So template name, so same name I want to give. So template version, description, same thing I want to give. So go down here, template tags, name, same name I want to give. So go down here. So AMI also we need to select again. So first one I want to select instance type, T2 micro. So key pair, test one key pair I'm selecting. So network settings not required. Don't need to worry about this. So default VPC can keep. Storage volumes also no need to touch anything. So resource tags also not required. So create launch template. Yeah, launch template is created now. So now we can go ahead and create auto scaling group. Create auto scaling group. Auto scaling group name, same name. So launch template. So we already created, right? You can choose that. You can select that. So go down here, version. So default version also we can give, or else you can give one something. Yeah, go to next. Yeah, so here next one is default VPC you can select, and subnets you can choose all subnets, whatever subnets we have. Go next here. Next one is so load balancing, no load balancer. You can choose this first one. Yeah. So next one is here health check grace period. What is this? So grace period, health check grace period means by default it is showing 300 seconds, means 5 minutes. So normally what will happen? So whenever network is up and down, some fluctuations will be happen, right? So 1 minute it will be up, 1 minute it will be down. So normally network fluctuation will be happen for 1 minute or half minute, it will down and it will up again. So that is why, so by default 300 seconds they are showing 5 minutes means, so if any network is fluctuating for 1 or 2 minutes, so auto scaling will check whether it is really down or not. If it is network fluctuation, so what will happen? It will not add any servers. If it is really down, if it is more than 5 minutes down, it will add the servers. So that is why by default it is showing 300 seconds. You can keep that 300 seconds. Click on next here. See here, this is important. So desired capacity. What is desired capacity? Server's desired capacity means base missions. How many base missions you require? Okay, so here I give so 2 servers, just 2 servers. So maximum capacity. Okay, minimum capacity 2 servers. Maximum capacity 3 servers. So in our project we gave desired capacity 25. So minimum we gave 75, maximum we gave 200. So up to 200 it will increase whenever demand is high. Okay. Yeah. Go down here. Scaling policies. Okay. So if you want to create any policy, so you can create policy. Okay. So click on next here. Next here we need to add some notifications. So notifications, why we require notification? So when any servers added, will get notified through emails. So before that, so let me check once this policies. See here, CPU utilization. So we don't use here, we don't require the CPU utilization because so we don't have any application, right? High-end application, right? So that is why we don't require this. We can ignore this. Go next here. So we can use negative scenario. I'll show you that. Okay, how to test it? I'll show you. Now notifications, add notification. So see here, what is this?
SNS.
Yeah, yesterday we discussed, right? SNS topic, simple notification service. So we can enable SNS from here. If you want to enable SNS from here, you can enable. Okay. Yeah. So we don't have any SNS service. Don't need to enable here. So next one is create topic. So we'll create one topic here. Topic name. So DevOps. So email ID. Something you can do. So next one is see here. So event type notifies subscribers whenever instances are launched. Launch means whenever additional servers added here. So we'll get notified through email. Okay. So whenever terminate means whenever there is no demand, servers will be terminated, right? So we'll get notified through email. So whenever fail to launch, we'll get one more notification. Whenever fail to terminate, we'll get one more notification. So I don't want this all these things. I want to have only launch. Okay. Next. Click on next here. So add tags, tag name, same name I want to give. So click on next. Check the configuration. Choose launch template configuration. Group details. So network, default VPC, subnets. So monitoring is disabled. So desired capacity 2, minimum 2, maximum 3. So notifications, launch only. This is the tag, right? Now we can go ahead and create auto scaling group. Click on this. So auto scaling is creating now. So whenever we create auto scaling, so in auto scaling, desired capacity is 2, right? So 2 servers will be added into our console. Those servers are in auto scaling. So this is our auto scaling. So desired capacity 2, minimum 2, maximum 3. So now if you go and check in EC2, we'll get 2 servers. 2 servers will be added here in auto scaling. It's not created. Let us wait. Desired capacity 2, auto scaling, minimum capacity. Security group. Yeah. See here. So now 2 instances are created here. Okay. So in auto scaling, 2 instances are created. So small mistake we did. That is why the server is not created here. So now these 2 servers with the same name. See here. So 2 servers created here with same name. So these 2 servers are in auto scaling. So now what we will do, how can we test this? Whether autoscaling is working or not, how can we test? So here what we will do. So this is positive scenario, right? We discussed already. So, but we don't use positive scenario because we don't have any burden on CPU to run the high CPU utilization. So that is why what we will do. So desired capacity here is 2 servers, right? So I want to terminate one server. I want to terminate one server. What will happen? We'll see that. Okay. Autoscaling will check and it will create automatically new server with the same tag name, same configuration. Okay. So now, so I want to terminate this server.
Hi, sir. Hi.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Yeah, can you show me like what mistake you have done, like what changes you have done so the servers are seen? Can you show us that again? What have you done?
Yeah. So basically, what happened here? Yeah, open autoscaling. So here, version 1 I selected. So we should not select 1. So by default version we need to select here. Okay, so here what happened? So version 1 is there now. So by default, yeah, by mistake I select this. So no need to select 1. Default version is enough. Okay, so I just change this default version and update.
Okay,
then automatically it is added. Yeah, so these 2 servers are running state. Now I want to terminate one server. Okay, select this instance state, terminate instance. So instance is shutting down and terminating. So once it is terminated, so what will happen? Autoscaling will check whether it is really terminated or not. So if it is really terminated, so it will add one more server with same configuration, even same tag name also. Okay, let us wait for a couple of minutes. Yeah, terminated. Now it will check, autoscaling will check, and it will recreate new server. So now application is running on only single server. So once, yeah, so it will check and it will add one more server. See here, what is happening here? One server is coming up with the same tag name. So even that AMI name, AMI customized AMI, so the same AMI will be used for new server creation. Okay, so normally, so in real projects, we don't use predefined images. We use customized AMIs. So in that, all the packages available. Okay, so the same package it will use for the new server. It will recreate and it will add into cluster. So now see here, 2 servers are up and running fine. So now what I will do, I terminate 2 servers at a time. So until you delete your auto scaling, it will adjust compute resources. It will maintain the server's desired capacity up and running fine. terminated. So auto scaling will check. So quickly it will create one server. Then after that, after 1 minute, it will create another server. See here. So one server is coming up with the same name. Tag name also the same. It will be same. Tag name, even tag name also will not be changed. So configuration also will not be changed. Same configuration, same packages, same tag name. So one server is up and running fine. So next one, second one also will be added here.
So, sir, so the auto scaling always maintains the servers of desired capacity, right?
Yes, yes, correct. So it will maintain desired capacity only. So whatever desired capacity we
How to
assign,
decide this desired capacity?
yeah, it will be like a client requirement based on your request. Client will inform you. So this is the capacity we need to create. Okay, based on your request, based on your previous. For example, so initially when we started auto scaling, when we configured auto scaling in our project, okay. So initially we created 12 servers. So slowly requests are increasing. That is why client approved. So we increase the desired capacity. Now we are creating 25 desired capacity. The same way, so based on the request, will increase. Client will approve. So we need to increase that. Yeah. Now second one also up and running. So both the servers are up and running. So if you stop the servers or if you shut down the servers, if you terminate the servers, again it will come up until you delete your auto scaling. Okay. So this is the way we can configure auto scaling. Okay. So in real projects, so we'll not get chance to create auto scaling, but we need to maintain the auto scaling. So we need to monitor the alerts which we are receiving daily, and accordingly we need to act. So whatever the things, why it is not terminating, why it is not creating, sometimes we'll get some issues. Okay. So we need to check that. Fine. Any questions? Any other questions? Anyone?
So for this one, keep on changing IP address, right? Public IP address. We need to create the public subnet, right?
Yeah, basically in real projects, we don't use public IPs. We always use elastic IPs. We don't use public IPs. So in real servers, real projects, so for server side, we don't use public IPs because every time it will change, right? That is why we don't use.
This one servers how to define only one elastic IP.
No, actually, basically, so we reserve some IPs for this servers. We reserve some IPs. Already we created we allocate some IPs and we reserve that IPs. In that IPs, it will take. Okay. So any server infrastructure, so we don't use public IPs. Okay. Yeah. Now we can go ahead and delete auto scaling. Otherwise, the servers will be up and running fine 24/7. So if you don't delete auto scaling, so this will be up and running, so bill will be happy. So go to auto scaling, select auto scaling, delete. Yeah, first it will delete servers, then it will remove configuration. Yeah, servers are terminated. So shutting down, then it will terminate. Then it will remove auto scaling configuration. Right? So this is the way we can configure auto scaling. So we can maintain auto scaling. So we can work on the auto scaling. Right? So vertical scaling we'll discuss tomorrow. So it will not take much time. Will take 10 minutes. Okay. So horizontal scaling we discussed right today. So tomorrow we'll work on vertical scaling, and also tomorrow we'll work on EFS, elastic file system, one of the storage. Okay, that is also important. So tomorrow we'll work on EFS. Day after tomorrow we'll work on CloudWatch and other whatever we miss any. So as per content, we'll check content and we'll work on day after tomorrow. So next, yeah. So Monday onwards we'll start working on Linux sessions. So Linux will take 3 sessions. After that we'll start working on DevOps. Fine. So any more questions, anyone up to here?
Sir, as someone asked, so auto scaling launches the instances based on the requirement whenever it's required. So, and every time a new public IP will be assigned. So
Yes.
we don't need to add any elastic IPs to that one?
No. Real projects, we need to give only elastic IPs. So public IPs we don't use. So normally,
Public IP.
yeah, any servers, not only auto scaling servers, any servers, we don't use public IPs in real projects.
So every time we need to assign an elastic IP. So when, for example, we get a notification of a new EC2 instance, so we need to log in and we need to assign an elastic IP.
No,
because it is
not like that. Not like that. So we allocate some IPs and it will take elastic IP automatically. That will be happened in licensing version only, subscription required. So if you want to see that, subscription required. So in test lab we can't see that. Okay. So we are using free tier account, right? So we don't assign manually. So it will take automatically. Okay. So we need to allocate some IPs. From there it will take automatically. Okay. If possible, I'll show you real-time console. So later point of time I'll show you that. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Sir. Got it. Yeah.
Fine.
Who will create this auto scaling group from?
Yeah. So as a DevOps engineer, we need to maintain this. We have to handle this. So auto scaling, when we create auto scaling group, auto scaling, by the time vendor will help you. Vendor will involve you. So when we create auto scaling 4 years before in our project, by the time vendor help us to create auto scaling, vendor will involve. So because so premium customers they give very good support. AWS vendor will give very good support for premium customers. Okay, so vendor will, if any major activity you are performing, so by the time you can take vendor help. So you can share your screen, they will support, they will help you. Or else we can also perform. It is very easier. Everything will be documented. You can follow the document and we can create. But auto scaling we don't create again and again. Only one time we create the project, so we can maintain that. Okay.
Okay.
VPCs, auto scalings, we don't get chance to create. So we need to, we can maintain the auto scaling. We can maintain the VPCs. Okay. Fine. So
Okay.
we can stop here for today. So tomorrow we'll work on vertical scaling and also EFS, elastic file system. Fine. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir.